So in this lab, we'll be seeing on how do you actually do this continuous integration and continuous deployment using this YAML pipeline. So till now, whatever we have seen it over here GUI. So now how do I actually create a CI using YAML? I'm just going to this pipeline option, and under pipeline, I'm just clicking on new pipeline. And when I click on new pipeline, the first options that I'm getting it is in YAML. And this is a classic editor if you wanted to create it without YAML, but I'm just creating it only with the help of YAML now. So I'm just choosing this option of Azure Git. Okay, and this is going to be my repository under Azure Git. I'm just choosing it. So it is analyzing what is going to be your project, and I'm just saying as my project is going to be an ASP.NET project. So I'm just clicking on this ASP.NET project, and now if you see, automatically the code for my pipeline is created. So if I wanted to use it, I can just use it, or if I wanted to have any new task that I need to create, I can just click on this show assistance, and here also I can just add whatever task I wanted to do it. So I can just give the path, and automatically the task will be added over here. Okay, so let me try to actually run the sample. I don't want to add any task. I'm just choosing whatever the task which is by default, and then I'm clicking on save and run. And now what happens, it is asking you whether it can save the YAML file, which is this one, Azure pipelines.yaml file, to your repository or not. So I don't want to directly commit into the master branch, so I'm just saying create a new branch and then commit it. So I'm just clicking on save and run. Now what happens, this Azure pipelines.yaml file is created and the job is getting started now. So it is so easy, like when we see it on our GUI, automatically all the task is created whenever you choose a particular template. Similarly, in the YAML also, all the tasks and codings will be automatically created if you actually choose a correct template out of it. So let it run for a couple of minutes, and then we will see what is going to be an output. Okay, so let it actually, if you see, it has been checked out and the NuGet installer has been installed, and now the NuGet restore command is getting done. If you see, the NuGet is added successfully and the NuGet restore command is getting done, and then going to be your VS build and test. So it will take quite some time, but after it is completed, you can see the output over here, which is as usual that you're seeing it on your UI screen. It will have your artifacts being generated and everything. So there is no major difference between the YAML and the GUI. The YAML, if someone is a hardcore developer, they can use a YAML program. If someone is not a developer, they can actually use a GUI. That's the only difference out of it. So try these YAML CI pipelines and then let me know if you face any issues. If suppose someone wants to have a new YAML code, they don't know how to add a new step or other things, you don't need to worry about it. Go to the pipelines and imagine this is going to be my UI project. Okay, and if I wanted to convert any of the steps, like for example this blob step, if I wanted to convert it to YAML, in every step you can see this view YAML command. I can just click on this and the YAML steps will be created. I just need to copy it and then paste it over there, so that I can each and every step I can convert it as a YAML file, and on the whole I can create it as a pipeline.yaml, and then I can even run it. So if you still wanted to practice YAML, or if you still wanted to work on the programming side of it, you can even do that as well. Now, along with that, one more thing which I wanted to cover is like the triggers. So here you have an option called as trigger. Trigger is nothing but whenever people are trying to check in some changes on the master branch or any of the branches, automatically the build has to start. That is going to be your continuous integration trigger. So if I click on this enable, then I can choose which branch I need to make sure like continuous integration has to be enabled, and which branch I need to exclude it as well. I can include and exclude, and I can even add a path out of it, like except this particular folder you can start whatever the things, other things that you wanted. So I can add multiple criterias over here. Another one is like schedule. So I can make sure like every day this actually runs at this particular interval of time, and it has to run from the master branch. So I can even do a schedule, like for example if there is a cleaning job, or if there is going to be an import or export job, I can make sure I can schedule it on a particular interval of time. So that also I can just do it. And after the build completion is done, which other things I need to trigger it. So after this build is completed, I need to start another build, so I can even schedule that as part of this pipeline. So these three are the new features that I wanted to tell as part of this particular project's perspective. So try these things, YAML pipelines, triggers, and then let me know if you guys face any issues. Until then, thank you.